Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my presentation on personal development plan. Thank you for taking the time, and I hope you'll enjoy the video. Firstly, when developing my PDP and thinking about it, I wanted to think about it more overview and to see what it will bring me and what benefits I can get out of it. So when I did my research, I found out that through the PDP, by the PDP, I'll have a nice framework which will help me to identify my strengths, my weaknesses. By identifying them, then I can make a guide to optimize and capitalize my skills and capabilities. What I believe the most beneficial is that it sets our path straight in terms of careers, but also personal life. What I mean is that it gives us a direction. We get a goal, we know the path, and we know where to go and how to go there. When I was discussing it or thinking about this sentence, I remembered Alice in Wonderland when she was asking which road should I take, and the question was, do you know where you're going? She didn't know where, and then it doesn't matter. And really, if we don't know where we're going, we don't have the direction, the path, then it's really difficult to see if we're achieving something, if we're going something, because we don't know where we're going. And Mr. Clark, in his article for politics, I believe also supports this by saying success comes only when you identify what you want to achieve and map out the plan of getting there. So how I want to achieve my destination? Well, firstly, I wanted to look from the bottom. So I started from my beliefs, from my heart, from my principles. And one principle that I used from early stages was treat people the way you want to be treated. Talk to people the way you want to be talked to. It's very simple, but I believe also very powerful, because if you can look on this principle from several sides and see their aspects of empathy, compassion, overcoming prejudice, listening to others, and be the change. What is meant by being the change? Well, for example, Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. So by identifying it, I can then grow much more and maybe change the world. After the principle, I believe what it's important to set the direction and set the path is a mission statement. I was honestly struggling with this part, but I believe I came with a tool or tried a tool that helped me very much, and that was taking a paper and pen and just writing down the words that I wanted to hear when somebody would reflect after my career, or when I turn around when I'm older and reflect on it. And the words were such as important, valued, respected, creative, honest, committed, positive. And I believe these are the words, and also of course the actions under them that are very important for me. And from that I constructed my mission statement. The mission statement is, I will be known to be a creative, trustful and fair leader in luxury hospitality. What I believe here, I can see that I put there the words that really matter for me, are important, and therefore with this statement I believe I'm going to the direction, to the path, goal that I really want to go. And also through the trustfulness, fairness, it refers even back to my principle, which I believe is really good. But having a nice principle or having a good, well-structured mission statement will not help you to have some magical great path to leadership. What is important, and what I would want to reflect through the personal SWOT that I did, but also for example from the emotion intelligence report, is that in order to become a great leader, you need to reflect, you need to identify your strengths, weaknesses, and then focus on them. So for my strengths, which I identified was hospitality education, capacity to build and maintain networks, high level of empathy. And what I was really happy about or positive is that, in a sense, it reflected my principle. So having a high level of empathy, capacity to build and maintain networks, that was the same as I had in my principle and in the emotional intelligence report. For the weaknesses, languages were one, level of intrinsic motivation or time effectiveness or low performance under stress were some weaknesses that were identified by myself or by the report. And I believe I could improve them, and later on through the video I'll show you my time matrix, which I hope will help me to sort these weaknesses. Of course, opportunities are there, such as expanding market, social networking, competition, or economic situation is a threat. Why it's important to identify these strengths, weaknesses? Well, Mr. Goldman, in his article about leadership, he said that the leaders have to have the leaders that are successful have strengths in the emotional intelligence and the factors that are in there. So you have to have the self-awareness there, self-management, social skills, etc. If you're really strength in these aspects, then you can be successful. Also, aspects such as empathy and others also illustrate what type of leadership are you most comfortable with and most used. So what I identified through the empathy, relationships and the communication was that I have an affiliative leadership style. What was also in the leadership article discussed is that great leaders use 4 out of 6 at least leadership styles. So for my growth as a leader, I believe it's important to try the new styles, which is, for example, authoritative, democratic or coaching. And for this aspect, I also wanted to choose Rosewood hotels as my hopefully path, as they're expanding a lot, so a lot of coaching leadership will be seen. And through the aspect of creativity and ideas and etc., I believe also authoritative leadership style could there be discussed. Sonia Cheng from Rosewood was talking about this, so this could help me in this style. Leadership is one thing, but important to grow as a leader, I believe it's also important to identify your other roles and be leader in those roles also. What I identified for my roles were myself as an individual personal development, as a student, a role, career role, athlete and family member. What is important and what I took from Mr. Covey from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is these 2 boxes, which shows that you have a mission statement, then it continues towards the roles and towards the goals. So what I wanted to illustrate here is if you start with a mission statement and the goals everything should be joined together and should go step by step. So by identifying roles later on, I'll show you the goals that I've set. And of course, as you set the goals, you have to plan them, you have to schedule and delegate. So roles and goals. Well, goals, important to stress out is that they need to be smart if you're doing this. What this means is they have to be specific, they have to be measurable, attainable, and time-bounded. What I did for myself, I did goals for my next year, following year, which is in myself, in individual personal development. I would like to find my role model, my mentor. As a student in this year, I want to finish my dissertation and graduate with a first class. From the career perspective, I would like to apply for a job at Rosewood, start working for Rosewood from March. And as an athlete, live a healthy life, and hopefully maybe lose some weight, which would be very beneficial also. And as a family member, I would like to be regularly in contact with my family, at least once a week, through Skype, through telephone and text. When I wrote down these goals, what interesting came up was that that it showed me, in a sense, a chapter of the Sharpen Your Soul. If I looked on these goals, etc., it was goals in all of the 4 aspects of Sharpen Your Soul: mental, or physical, such as live a healthy life. So I believe this illustrates how setting the goals from the mission statement and seeing all the different roles that you have can then sharpen your soul, which means you will grow, and you'll grow in all these aspects, and then it will be easier to handle the conflicts, the pressure that you're under in this industry and in these times when leaders are really under pressure. So setting these goals will be very beneficial. But the thing is, we do a lot of tasks throughout the days, and it's good to set the goals, but then you have to prioritize the time on these goals. And for this, I prepared the time management matrix, where I put some activities or main activities that I do throughout the week. So I identified 4 quadrants. The first is about very urgent and important, then not urgent and important, not urgent, not important, and lastly, not urgent and not important. What I want to focus, and what we discussed through the presentation and through our course, was the quadrant 2, which is important, not urgent. It's the long-term goals. It's where you really grow, and this the activities that I set there was health activities as gym and jogging, languages, dissertation, books to find, for example, my mentors as 4 season Isoler Sharp, where he used the golden rule. And what also this time management metric gives you is that you have the priorities there. But if you focus just on one quadrant, then it can bring you some negatives. So if you focus on the urgent and important, which is important for you, of course, then it can happen that you would be overstressed. You will be in depressions, that you're not finishing anything, and the balance of your life wouldn't be that much. On the other hand, if you do a lot of things from not urgent and not important, then it's a catastrophe completely, because you not finish anything, not finish the important fact. And the thing is that the activities that you did there didn't bring you anything. They didn't help you grow. And in this time, in these years, I'm eager to learn and to grow. So I would like to focus on the urgent important, but mainly on not urgent important, where there you have the time to grow. So for this, I have prepared my year's goals timetable, which you can see here at the back. What for me, when I was setting it, was important that on the left side I put my various roles, and then through the top part I put there the months. And what, as we were discussing, we need SMART goals. I wanted to make them attainable and time-bound, and mainly put there some milestones, because people, or at least me personally, I want to, even though I'm in the progress and I can see the long path and direction, it would be nice to once 2 months see some progress and see, look, I'm one road, one step closer to the destination. So what I did was, in my career, from everywhere that I had some milestone, I put it in green. So for career, it's the Rosewood, starting working in the Rosewood, which is in March. Then as a student, I have a submission of the dissertation, which will be in July, and I would celebrate that milestone. Where I can illustrate it maybe the best is in the athlete role, where I would like to start new healthy diet, jogging and gym, and throughout the process, even though I will end at December hopefully with my long-term goal, I put there at June a 10-kilometer race, just in order to finish, to be happy that you're halfway through and that you will be even maybe more motivated to continue with that path. And of course, as a family member, I have a goal to be at Christmas at home, and for my sister to be supportive, so going to her match to support her, but also having fun. So I would plan to go to Europa Park to have some fun with her and build more on the relationships that are valuable for me. In order to divide it even more, because it's nice to have these month goals, but time is money, and you need to really focus quickly in detail on exactly week by week. So I also did a week timetable, where again I sorted it by roles and by days of the week and what I want to do there. What I believe the personal development plan brought me in terms of this timetable, but overall is that I have it black and white now on paper, and I can see it. And when you see your destination, your path. For example, me, I become more motivated in a sense that I have much time to grow, and if I don't stay in a quadrant 3 or quadrant 4, then I will grow, and I'll try my best with my personal development plan to grow and to potentially reach my mission statement. So when I turn around in 60 years, I will say, okay, everything was done. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.